In an age of fluctuating stock markets and volatile commodities, Bollywood stardom is a sterling currency of its own kind, one that tides over many flaws and foibles of the star as long as he or she remains the carrier of a billion hopes, dreams, and imaginations. Today, it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce our guest of honor. He is a superstar, a phenomenon, a box office juggernaut, and a badshah of brands. With his business acumen, technological savvy, and a finger right on the jugular of every urban female heart in India and across the world, he has been a superstar of Indian cinema for over a quarter of a century. But beyond it all, he is a gentleman and a true friend.
Hi, Kabra, how are you? Thank you very much, and a very, very good evening to everyone. First of all, thank you to everyone who's invited me, especially my friend Pradeep, Mr. Swami, and Ramesh, who's been backstage looking after me. Before I start, I want to tell Mr. Amitabh Kant I'll answer all the questions to his presentation. And I have only one answer. One answer. हम लोगों को समझ सको तो समझो दिल भर जाने उल्टी सीधी जैसी भी है अपनी यही कहानी क्योंकि दिल है हिंदुस्तानी क्योंकि दिल है Sure, I'm supposed to make a speech and stuff. I'll do that. I'll talk and chat with you people, and I'm thankful to Pradeep because he takes me to all these advertising conferences all around the world. And the last time he took me was in 2003 for an Ad Asia conference. And I had given a speech there, and I want to use it again, a bit of it, pieces of it, to talk to everyone here, all the young boys and girls especially. And why I'm using it again is not because I'm lazy or my creative juices have stopped flowing. It's because recycling is environmentally friendly. So, 25 years ago, when I started advertising and endorsing products, I was told many times by a lot of good-thinking people that don't do this, you're spreading yourself too thin. You're going to take away the enigma away from stardom. You won't be a wonder, you'll just become a commodity. But 25 years ago, I was too poor to bother about being a wonder. I would have sold a wonder bra if need be. And I very nearly have, or I will in the future, I'm sure. So this speech was said then, and I'd like to repeat it with a few changes. There are about 6 pages, but I read very fast, so don't worry. 25 years later, I wake up to the alarm on my Tag Heuer watch. I quickly shave with my V. John shaving cream and the 3 bikini-clad ladies that come with it. I have fresh breakfast of organically raised vegetables from the big basket. I take a long swig from my new and enlarged bottle of fruity with a nostalgic smile for the Tetra Pak of yore. And from the other hand, I take a sip from Tata tea to refresh my senses. And now visibly aroused, I jump into the bathroom and sensually put on the Hindway tap while fondling the hand shower seductively. And speak in Italian too. And then I lather myself with the fresh smell of Lux soap. Then I put on my Videocon Plasma TV, see the news, wear my Yepney collection of colorful clothes, tie the shoelaces to my aqua-light shoes while sitting on my D-Decor furnished sofa. Dish TV is showing the latest updates. And all this I do in my beautiful Mahagun Properties house in Noida in Delhi, which strangely overlooks the beauty and culture of West Bengal on all 4 sides. And I bought this beautiful house from the loan from DHFL Home Loans. Ghar jaisa loan. The mirror-like paint on my bathroom and on my bedroom wall reflects my mood. Very bright. The Lux cozy vest feels appropriately tight. I quickly cobbled down some Imami Chawanprash for energy and then called for my Santro Hyundai. And here I stand before you all fair and handsome. Maybe thinly spread, but very rich, very happy, and hoping one of you will sign me for a computer category or cola because that one still remains. But I'm not. Okay, even the telephone provider service and the handset has gone last 2 years. So I'm not here to tell you all this and thank you for what I have earned from you. Actually, I'm here to thank you for what I have learned from you. I have learned from you that being a brand means, what being a brand means. I've learned it's not a one-time achievement. It's a lifelong, ongoing process. To remain at the top of the game and striving for excellence is a tough task. Being able to connect with your audience to understand what inspires them today and how it could change tomorrow is critical. Like this conference states, change has to meet the future today because tomorrow might be too late. When I plan a film today, it has to cater to an ever-changing audience 2 years from now mostly. Initially in my career, it came naturally. I had nothing to lose, so I could jump from being a lover boy to a killer in Bazigar. It worked. It was edgy, it was novel, and above all, it was disruptive. But as we grow in stature, like I have, and age, like you guys have, I'm Peter Pan, you guys are growing older. Yeah, my new heroine is 22 years old. Yeah, guys. Eat your heart out. Yeah. You suddenly start thinking of target audience, market research, and all the other words, 360 degrees. Then I met a man who told me 36 degrees, and it's still holistic. So while everybody's researching for the reason of your last success and trying to duplicate it, your own circle of comfort zone increases, and somewhere, success with a tried and tested formula makes you a little complacent. You start taking success for granted, and the concept of your target audience becomes more important than your own excellence, your own beliefs. And it is at this very stage you need to be more disruptive. Not destructive, but creatively disruptive. I have to stop thinking of my target audience because that target audience, even if they're my fans for life, are not in the same age group or same zone, so to say, anymore. Somebody else has taken their place, and if I don't cater to them, chances are I will be a loved relic very soon, not a relevant voice anymore. And here I learned from all your works that I need to find out what job profile or what function does my work, my films provide. I need to focus on that more than the target. I need to figure out what my job can, my product, my films have to do for the changing demographics, tastes, lifestyles, languages to be relevant today. I have to focus on the job that my product does for the audience and how it needs to be adapted or even changed completely if need be. Be it with my 2am status updates on Facebook or my tweets, or then my live interactions with the people that love me so much. In this changing world, where everything is Maya, luring that precious attention away, creating a brand that can change with time is the only truth of brand making and building. You all have taught me how to be a flexi brand instead of a brand known in the classical sense. Even classics now need to be reintroduced so as to be relevant. Whether it be the new book launched by Jay-Z or the selling of songs like Beyonce. It's still a song, it's still a book, but it needs to invoke the interest of a more adrenaline-seeking audience with perhaps a shorter span of attention, because so much more is available now. As a public figure, even the role of media is changing for me. And lately, as a public person, I've come to expect little from the media. This is not by way of disappointment or whining or having complaints with them. They love me. They've loved me for 25 years. It's by way of practicality. Being a product myself, I understand the commerce of it all. I understand the compulsions just as well as I understand the need to survive. It would be hypocritical not to acknowledge that the media is a tool for me as much as I'm a commodity for them. There is so much talk of fairness, of public figures and private spaces, much expectation from the public to be part of that privacy and from public to claim it. It's all talk. There are no lines really, except those drawn by individuals according to their own compulsions. Fairness is not the manner of the public world. It never has been. If I get it, I'm thrilled. If I don't, it's okay too. Because, like my friend Pradeep on the plane told me, it no longer is a vertical world which had a hierarchy or an order top downwards. It's a horizontal world. Everybody has a voice via the digital social media. Everybody has a point of view. Everybody's equal to each other. Everybody's a star in their own right. As a matter of fact, my belief is the next big media star will not be from the television or film world. It will be from the digital world. You all have taught me how to deal with this fast-changing world. When I see the shift in advertising and messaging the way it has over the years, I realize it is important for me to change too for the future. I can sense what is coming next. I realize I need to create a world for me where being equal and one of the many is real stardom. Those who early spoke about me destroying my enigma must be having a torrid time dealing with my posting of my selfies, doing a cartwheel, or from my bathtub, which I have done too lately. But that's the order of the day. I need to think disruptively because disruption is what everyone wants, not the sedate and the placid way anymore. We need to be disruptive because it's a more equal world. And that's the only way we can be a little more equal than the equals. I will end now, before I'm taken to be the keynote speaker for the conference. But before I go, I will remind you of an old joke by Chris Rock. I am quoting, so don't destroy me tomorrow in the press and stuff that I was politically incorrect. This is a joke by Chris Rock, said many years ago. How do you say start quote? So, yeah, okay, so this is not my quote. Chris Rock says this. You know the world is going crazy when the best rapper is a white guy. The best golfer is a black guy. The tallest guy in the NBA is Chinese. The Swiss hold the America's Cup. France is accusing the US of arrogance. Germany doesn't want to go to war. And the three most powerful men in America are Bush, Dick, and Colin. Need I say more? Not me, Chris Rock. It's not mine. I will just say even that may not be relevant to so many today because these icons have changed so fast in such a short span of time. But the truth is that the world is not going crazy, like Chris Rock says. It's just going disruptively equal. And you and I need not go crazy. We just need to become flexible enough to understand this reality. Because reality is always more sophisticated and innovative than fiction. This new reality and the social, economic, and aspirational shifts that it has brought along gives us access to more radical subjects, directness, and most importantly to me, and I'm sure to everyone, it's empowering women in the advertising and film world. The blurring spaces between the public and private is actually creating a more authentic connection with our consumers. And sometimes, a few "maa behan ki galis" in all caps, notwithstanding, it's a small price to pay for the genuine connect and information available now. This opportunity of a different quality of creative exchange and the aspirational ideas that you and I promote will have to be more honest and more personal. And all this you have taught me. Be honest to what you are, and especially to those that you're selling your product to. You will find enough people in the world out there who will embrace your beliefs, as long as you let them feel we are equal and we are honest. You have taught me to be honest and equal, which is the most disruptive thing that can be said at an advertising conference, I guess. But I thank you for these learnings, and I can't thank you enough for my earnings. Have a very good evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Shahrukh.
Thank you.
Shahrukh would like to entertain a few questions, but before that, I think we'd like to do something. Shahrukh, we would like to present you with something. You're flown all the way here for
I love presents.
Right.
I need
So
it
may
now.
I invite Sundar Swami to come up, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause. Three very, very handsome men on stage. May I please request for the citation? Thank you. Mr. Guha, would you please do us the kind honor of reading the citation?
Okay, so here goes. The India chapter of the International Advertising Association is privileged to honor Shahrukh Khan, an advertising icon for over 25 glorious years, for being the most loved link between Bollywood and advertising, for infusing everything from little cars to big Indian states, innerwear to exterior paints, toothpaste to direct-to-home television, soaps and shoes to sports leagues, wristwatches to face creams, exclusive fashion to public causes, with the charisma and energy associated with King Khan. For being the world's biggest movie star and India's biggest brand, for the amazing connect with the common man, all the while retaining the coveted title of not just the Badshah of Bollywood, but the Badshah of brands. Signed, Srinivasan Swamy, President, IAA India Chapter, and yours truly, Vice President, IAA Asia Pacific.
Mr. Khan, would you kindly take center stage? Mrs. Swamy, Mr. Guha, ladies and gentlemen, could we please put our hands together as this very stage and this glorious evening gets a little more special as we present the Advertising Icon Award to none other than the one and only Mr. Shahrukh Khan. Yeah, that's like a dumbbell, yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Khan.
Okay, so we're now ready for the questions. Oh, there are many. Yes, madam. Let's start with you. Will somebody give her a mic, please? Are there any mics on the floor? Yeah, there it is. Okay.
That was a wonderful speech. I enormously enjoyed it. I'm Cindy Gallop. I'm an advertising woman. I'm the founder of Make Love Not Porn. And I have the honor to be a keynote speaker at this conference. Over the next couple of days, I have a particular honor because I am the only female speaker in a lineup of entirely men. I was thrilled to hear you talk about the need for empowerment of women in both advertising and the film industry. If you don't mind, sir, I would love to hear you talk a bit more about your views on that and how you would like to see both industries change in this context.
Just let me say first that you're the only keynote speaker I'm coming to hear. But having said that, I think I have a little history or a little background that I have always been surrounded by women. Mother, sister, daughter, wife, then these wonderful actresses. So I have this huge, I believe, like I don't say for sure, but I have a belief that I have an understanding of women, their strength, the stuff they can do, the sacrifices they can make, and everything with a smile, whether it be a mother, a sister, a daughter, a friend, an actress. And over years, 25 years, I have realized that I became a huge star. It may sound wrong, but on the back of women. I have not really been such a great actor. I've never been such a wonderful performer as the ladies that I work with. So I have this immense respect for what girls do and do it with a strange sense of quietude. And I believe that when women ask for equality, actually, it's a wrong thing. It's completely wrong because they are more equal than men can ever be in their lives. And I don't say it as a populist thing. I really believe that. And specifically so in jobs. I just came down from Iceland day before yesterday. And they told me they had the first woman president there. They had equal wages for men and women went on a strike in 1975 and decided they will not do any work. I think all the women around the world should go for a strike for one day and let the men know what they're missing out on. That's one thing I'd like to see. And having said that, yeah, movies have been, I think, unfortunately, a male-dominated industry. I think so is advertising at times. And when women are used, they are used in a way which perhaps is not completely appropriate to be as subtle as I can be. And I think that should change. It is changing. When I see the stuff down in the West, I see in India. And I'm a big, how do I say, I would love to be a partner of that. In a small way, everything that I produce in films, it's a small thing. Somebody, actually from advertising, Mr. Balki from Tata Tea, he came to me once and he said, at every award function that you host, everywhere you go, why should the best actor come in the end? It should be the best actress. And that made me think, and the small step we have taken is that every film that we produce, the top title goes to the lady of the film, or the ladies of the film, and then the men follow. But again, I think these are just signatory, these are small gestures. I think overall, what we need to do in society, when we are bringing up the boys that we have, I have two of them, one very big and one very small, I think what we need to start doing is teaching them from that very childhood how to respect, love, and care for the women of the world. I think that is going to change it, and inshallah, that'll happen. But I'm coming for your speech, and I can say really nice things about women, and I can romance them very well too. And then thank you, Monica, for the thank you. Before I came on stage also.
सबकी बोलती बंद हो जाती है ना.
Thank you. Well, thank you for remembering my name. I am so elated. A compliment first. You're far more sexier in real life than real life. So.
Oh!
So, Shahrukh, basically, this is a conference about disruption, and you're a brand yourself. Maybe you can tell us what are the disruptive things you have done in your career as far as certain choices you've made of whether it was movies you chose or brands you represented. How did you disrupt your life?
Like I said, Monica, a bit earlier, that when I came in, I'm not from the industry, so maybe that helped. I didn't understand the ways of the industry, and there's a certain decorum or the way that you're supposed to be launched. So initially, when I began my career, my first thing was that I won't be launched in a love story. And I don't take any credit for it, because years down the line now, having gained so much from it, I'm a little more scared now. I take less disruptive decisions, I'll be honest. But at that time, I didn't know any better. And I said, no, I don't want to be launched in a love story. And then somebody offered me a role which everybody had rejected in the film industry of that. And I said, yeah, I'll do this. You know, I was from theater, and I think those things helped, because that was refreshing, that was new, that was edgy, like I said. So I can't take credit for that. But apart from that, when I became a producer, my first line of thinking was that I'm going to make films which should be made the way they're made. So I made Ahsoka, I made Phir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani, which toppled over their head and were big flops. And I had no money to run the company anymore. And then I thought of a new thing, that I'll dance at weddings. And that kind of paid for them. And a lot of people blame me for stuff like this. They think I'm very commercial, and I'm not going to justify that, because I'm good as I am. And that's the main thing. That's how you can be disruptive, being yourself. I'm not pompous. I'm a very humble guy, genuinely, because I'm great enough to be humble. But it's a joke. I'm a stand-up comedian. Don't take me seriously. But honestly, I mean, I decided that I would never, ever, the most disruptive thing I've done, in spite of what people might say or think from the outside, is that I would never, ever make a compromise with the cinema that I'm going to do as an actor. Whether it's a highly commercial film like Chennai Express, which I need to make sure that my company runs with, so that I don't dance at weddings, or if I have to, I'll dance at a birthday party. I'll dance, it's my art. I will go and make people happy and entertain them anywhere in the world, so that I can make the cinema that I want to do. I think that's the most disruptive thing I've done. Advertising. I went up to, this lady, I forget her name, she's a wonderful lady, she used to come to all the actresses. For years, I'd worked with actresses who were all the faces of Lux soap. And then there was this very sweet lady. And every time I used to see her talking to some actors, Madhuri or Aishwarya or the other actresses who were in Lux, because all the ladies were, Juhi. And I was just want to go and say hello to her. And I said, what do you do? She says, I do the Lux thingy. I said, can I do the Lux thingy, please? So she said, you want to sell a soap which is only for women? I said, yeah, please. So they put me in a bathtub with rose petals, which didn't do much for my sexuality, but it was very cool to be with these ladies all around me giving me a bath. So it was, that was fun. And, but I've done things just off the cuff, like I said, to all the youngsters here especially. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a role model, I'm not someone whose footsteps you should follow. I'm not all that good. But the one thing that I did is I just believe that you should just do what you feel like with faith and honesty, and it'll all come true. I think that's the most disruptive. And you can ask me some fun questions. I know Pradeep and Ramesh backstage told me I've given them directives not to ask anything else on very serious questions. Now, please. Because you ask me one more question about advertising, I won't be able to answer, I promise you. I prepared that speech, and that's all I know.
All right, Shahrukh, this is a fun and troubling question.
Okay.
I'm a startup founder. I run a smart credit card venture in Chile, right? And you know, there's been a trend that Ashton Kutcher, Charlie Sheen, they've backed a lot of unassuming small startups, right? And they've made them these big, massive brands like Uber and Dropbox, right? And I said, you know, I'm going to go down to India and ask Shahrukh, what is it going to take to get him, right, to back a small and unassuming startup and make it the next Uber or Dropbox?
It'll take me to be having a little relation with Catherine Zeta-Jones, or be high like Charlie Sheen to be able to do that, really. No, I think it's a, you know, I'd be honest. All the new ventures and businesses now, Make in India, as Amitabh ji said, and everyone trying towards it. I think there is a little lag in the startup of all those things because of the vastness of our country. And when you talk about the resources and reaching out to everyone, including the internet, at this point in time, the reach is not so big. But I am very, very sure everyone is thinking about it. It's just that it's not available at the level that it was. I don't know if I'm wrong in saying this, but out in the West, it is a little ahead with technology and everything, and the reach actually, more than the technology. We have the technology. It's just that to penetrate into different parts of the country is gonna take time, and once it does, there is no bigger market than India. And just not for us Indians, but even for the Westerners. And I'm sure these startups and businesses, everybody is going to participate, and I would. I've been thinking, I think every day, 20 startups, and then, you know.
Okay, sir, can we go from thinking to doing, and just by entertaining a 2-minute pitch from me later on in the day? Could that be possible?
I'm taking 100 rupees for a pitch. Paid through your credit card company from Chile. We will, yeah, I'll be here.
Thank you, sir.
As long as you guys want me to pay. If you want me to move out, I'm gone. Please do.
Good evening, Shahrukh bhai.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm fine, like you, a Delhi boy.
What's your name?
Santosh.
Hi, Santosh.
We first met many years ago in Wimpy's, if you remember.
I remember, yeah, you were eating that burger
Yeah.
sitting on the side.
That's right, that's me. Shahrukh bhai, you
I looked at you and said, Santa, how are you doing?
I'm good,
Yeah,
good.
I remember you, I remember you.
That's cool, that's good. Shahrukh bhai, you said you're not an icon. I would like to say you are a role model for many. You are an icon. And being a role model and an icon also comes a responsibility. At any given point of time, did you ever thought, there are some brand I wish I didn't do, or I should not have done it?
No, if I've done it, it's all right. I'll be very honest with you. First, I don't deny, I have been very fortunate in reaching where I have. It is not made by me. I didn't want to be iconic, or the words that are used for me, a role model. I've said this very often. I'm not the best role model for anyone. I sleep 4 hours a night. I indulge in, how do you say it? I don't want to say the word, but, you know, quietly, don't let anyone know. And I'm not the kind of role model that I won't tell my son and my daughter and my son to be like me, actually. But things went right for me, and anything that I've done, I believe it is legal, as far as I know. Absolutely. I know it is for sale, and there is an industry which is based upon it. So I try to find out as much as I can, and then just go for it. I've never regretted anything that I've done, and I'm sorry, I know there are some brands that I've done. I apologize to anyone whose sentiments might have been hurt by that. But having said that, personally, I have never done anything that would invoke a radical or a wrong reaction in anybody. I sleep well, even though I sleep 4 hours. and I look at myself in the mirror and I think I'm all right. So I've never done any decision which I think will hurt anyone. Thank you.
Hi, Shahrukh. I've been trying to wave at you from the back. I have a lot of questions for you, and as much as I would like to ask something related to brands and advertising, I'm going to cause a little bit of a disruption here, and may I request you to do a small romantic gig for everybody here, or any dialogue, anything.
What's your name?
Karunya, and I'm from Delhi.
What's your name, darling?
Karunya.
Karunya.
Can I come up?
अभी मोनिका फोन करने वाली है. अभी आप ऊपर.
I will not call you. I'll just come, like, I
Come,
really want to
Karunya.
see you.
Karunya. Yeah. Thank you, Karunya. You're very kind. Karunya. Karunya. I love you, Karunya. Okay, this is for Karunya and other people who would like to hear it, if I can remember it. तेरी आंखों की नमकीन मस्तियां, तेरी हंसी की बेपरवाह गुस्ताखियां. And I will not do a selfie after all this. Huh? This is it. Okay? तेरी जुल्फों की लहराती अंगड़ाइयां नहीं भूलूंगा मैं जब तक है जान, जब तक है जान, जब तक है जान. Thank you. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you. Be careful walking down. I'll do later. I'll do later. All right.
Hi, Shahrukh ji.
Wait,
Hi,
wait.
here.
I'm not doing a romantic dialogue for you, whatever you No, no, no.
That's a romantic question.
Not in a bathtub with rose petals also.
Hi, my name is Vipin Roldan. I'm
Hi,
a
Vipin.
psychologist. Actually, that's a question. It's an interesting question, psychological question. Women are the great fan of you. Exactly, that's a simple incident which really happened. What is your psychology behind to attract women, especially SRK psychology?
सब कुछ फ्री में बता दूं तेरे को विपिन. जाके अपने काउच में तू समझ ले फिर उसके बाद. No, I don't have any psychology. I have only one, and I say this often enough, and women who work with me or know me, and all the ladies who work with me in my office, they'll tell you, I have only one mantra, and I say this to everyone. Be gentle with a lady, be courteous to a lady, and be extremely respectful to a lady. It may be old-fashioned, open the door.
Great.
Take off your jacket on a puddle, do whatever, but do not ever disrespect a woman in any aspect. There is no conquering a woman. There is only having a partner in a woman. So please remember that all your life.
And one more thing. Thank you for the question and thank you for the answer.
You wanted a sexier answer?
No. And one more very important thing, especially for the industry, especially many of people how they are facing setbacks in their life. How do you manage setbacks as an actor and as an entrepreneur and of course as an icon of the industry? How do you manage setbacks?
I go to my bathroom, I lock it up, and cry my heart out. It's the best thing to do. There is no worry, there's no problem that does not get sorted out by crying out loud. So I go into my bathroom, and then I lie down with my children.
Right.
It helps.
Thank you.
But seriously so, because setbacks and youngsters are here, there are going to be more failures in life than successes. Please, I said this before and I'll say it 10 times, neither of it is permanent. I know my success is transient. One day it'll go away. As much as I'm prepared for it, I'm going to the bathroom and crying out loud for it. But so are failures. So please remember that. They're also not permanent. And I tell everyone, when you hit rock bottom, I did. When my parents died, and I can't keep on harping about that and romanticizing it anymore. It's been 25 years and I'm well-to-do and I'm happy now, mashallah. But when you hit rock bottom, just remember this one little saying that there is only one way to go, which is up. So it's all right if you're at the nadir, if you're at the lowest ebb of your life, you're only going to go up. So don't let it worry you. Always remember, just hold on 1 second longer than you can hold on and it'll all turn out right. Because अंत में सब ठीक हो जाता है.
So I have a question for you, first of all, and after that a request. The question being, how important in the industry that you are, being right is?
Being right?
Yes, sir. Being right. We've seen a lot of controversies from a lot of superstars not being right in what they say and what they do. So as a public icon, how important is it for you to be right in whatever you do and whatever you tell?
Actually, there are two parts to it. I think when you are a public figure, whether you're a politician or a businessman or in the advertising or a movie star or a singing star, I think there is a lot more focus on what you do and what you say, sometimes misinterpreted, misquoted, or even disliked more than you would if you were having a normal conversation with a friend. You and I, a lot of us sit in our bedrooms, drawing rooms and chat. We talk about stuff. We talk about what's happening in the world, in politics, in sports, and everything. But sometimes if a movie star or a famous personality or a public figure talks about it, it does get scrutinized a lot more than it should have. That's one part of it. Second is, yeah, you are vulnerable, and it is scary sometimes, and you just want to hold back an opinion that you might have because you know it will be interpreted differently. And I have a lot of respect for public figures who sometimes go ahead and speak their heart out, right or wrong. This is what they feel. It's an opinion. You have to remember, however big a public figure is, somewhere down the line, they have the right to an opinion just as a regular guy or a girl. And so I try my best. I have a simple logic. Most of the time, I keep my mouth shut on controversial subjects, which irritates me, disturbs me, but I know the disturbance caused in the public sphere by that would be far too much and disruptive, even though we are pro-disruptive right now, than it should be. So I just keep quiet. And I'm like, okay, I'll write it in my book and print it 25 years later. I think that's the honestest I can get with you right now.
Sir, coming to the favors, we all know here there's one that's step of yours, that's the trademark of yours. So if you can do it for us, sir.
Okay. Do they have music here? I'll finish this off. You do the song. Go for it. गाना आता है पूरा
कभी खुशी कभी गम
ये तो सैड सॉन्ग है जब मम्मी नहीं मिली थी मुझसे प्यारा वाला गाना सूरज हुआ मक्खन चांद जलने लगा आसमां ये कोई गाता है यहाँ पे यार कि मैं बहुत गंदा गाता हूँ यार आप गाते हैं प्रदीप
Actually, we are prepared. I've kind of been talking to him all through from Bombay to Cochin, trying to persuade him that boss, thoda, you have to shake a leg a bit. So he's agreed. There's one little thing that has to be done, Cobra. Let's get that done, and then we will have lungi dance.
Yeah? Okay, great. Somebody at the concert, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Shahrukh, for all these wonderful, wonderful moments here. We've had some great moments. It's time for yet another memento. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together? Welcome on stage, Dr. Siddiq Ahmed of the ERAM Group, a great supporter of the IAA, to kindly come on stage and present Mr. Shahrukh Khan with a very special memento. A loud round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much. All right, are we ready for the lungi dance? Yeah, are we ready? Everyone at the back, are you going to dance along? Everyone in the front, you're free to dance too. Don't feel shy, okay? Yes, so shall we do this together? We've got the lungis here. gentlemen.
आना पड़ेगा लुंगी को उठाना पड़ेगा स्टेप करके दिखाना पड़ेगा इसको में जब ये गाना बजेगा
Let me hear you put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, give me some fear.
उठाना पड़ेगा स्टेप करके दिखाना पड़ेगा और दर्शनी फैंस से don't miss the chance और दर्शनी फैंस से don't miss the chance नाइटी कलर में आया मैं तो मुझको रोकेगा कौन और गाई को मेरा मूड में डांस करेगा किसी का डैडी से नहीं डरेगा जिसको जो भी है करना वो कर लो इधर ही मैं हूँ खड़ा पकड़ लो घर पे जाके तुम गूगल कर लो मेरे बारे में विकिपीडिया पे पढ़ लो
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Shahrukh Khan.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. God bless you. Thank you, Kochi, once again.